My name is Alex. I'm just an ordinary student, still in high school. But what I experienced during my last school break, it's something I can never forget. I'm ready to tell you the most terrifying moment of my life. I have 4 close friends: Adam, Jenny, Neon, and Mela. After our exams, we decided to visit an old abandoned mansion. We were young, brave, and obsessed with the paranormal. We thought it would be just another adventure, but that's where everything began to spiral out of control. We entered the abandoned mansion with ease. It was more silent, more derelict than we had ever imagined. Being young and fearless, we decided to split up to explore. The mansion had 3 floors and a labyrinth of dark corridors. I knew immediately this was a place where it would be easy to get lost. We explored every corner of that mansion without a single word. The moment we stepped toward the exit, our hearts sank. It was pitch black outside. Night had already fallen. We entered this place at 8 a.m. and our watches said it was only 2 p.m. Yet the darkness had swallowed us whole. We weren't just in a house, we were trapped in a nightmare. Resolved to face whatever was coming, we stepped back into the mansion's belly. Was my watch broken, or was this some twisted reality? Amidst the decay, we found one room, perfectly preserved, untouched by time or dust. It was impossible to explain. With the darkness closing in outside, we had no choice but to stay. We settled in, not knowing we were walking straight into a trap. We were settled in for the night when a whisper pierced the silence. My name. Alex. At first, I thought my ears were playing tricks, but it was real. No mistake. It was definitely my name. With our strange bravado, I didn't hesitate. I needed to know who was calling me. I slipped out of the room, leaving my friends, not knowing why they couldn't hear it too. The voice led me to the mansion's dark, forgotten 3rd floor. It was coming from a shadowed room, behind a dusty white sheet. I reached out, my heart pounding, and lifted the cloth, only to find an ancient, cracked mirror. My breath caught in my throat. It was a mirror, yes, but it didn't reflect my face. The room I was in, the mansion outside, it all looked different in the glass. As soon as I pulled that white sheet away, the morning sun pierced through the dusty window. Daylight! But when I looked at my watch, it was still 3 a.m. A cold chill washed over me. Forgotten, terrified, I ran back to tell my friends. But the room was empty. Adam, Jenny, Neon, Mela, they were all gone. I screamed their names, desperate for a reply. And then I heard it from the floor above. Their voices, faint, echoey, calling out to me from the darkness. That's when the true fear took over. I stood frozen, waiting for what nightmare would come next. I saw them. My 4 friends were trapped inside the mirror, but my soul was still outside. It was the white cloth, Lifting it had broken a seal. I scrambled to cover the glass again and ran back. They were there, in the room, but something was wrong. It was 6 a.m., yet the world remained in total, suffocating darkness. As we tried to flee, an old man appeared from the shadows. He told us a tale of a king's madness and a hermit's curse that trapped everyone within the mirrors of this palace. "No one leaves," he whispered, his eyes hollow. "In here, time stands still. We never age. I have been a prisoner here for over 100 years, and now, so are you." Panic surged through me. It was the cloth. It was the mirror. I knew if I destroyed them, this curse would shatter. Without a second thought, I smashed the ancient glass into 1,000 pieces and set the white cloth ablaze. In an instant, the darkness vanished. The decaying mansion transformed back into a golden palace right before my eyes. But then, everything blurred. I felt a hand on my shoulder, my mother's voice calling my name. I bolted upright in my bed, drenched in sweat. It was all a dream, just a nightmare. Or so I hope.